those in between appointment times when you've had your gel nails done, what do you do if you can't make it in when they start to outgrow? And especially obviously now where we can't interact with each other and we can't make those what we might feel as essential appointments, I thought it might be a good way of explaining to you how I safely take off gel polish, so that I'm not also ruining the nail, and to try and keep the nail as healthy in between those appointments as possible. So hopefully I'll be able to give you some handy tips and some know-how that you'll be able to do and carry out at home, because there's nothing worse than walking around with chipped nails that you are absolutely hating and it makes you feel bad. So keep watching and I'll explain everything.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is just very gently, again as I've said before, in one direction, just gently file off or file down that top coat. Okay, by doing that you're effectively filing down the barrier, okay, of the varnish, of the gel polish, so that when it comes to soaking it in the acetone, the product can really get in and work its magic. And you want to be able to file it down so that you've just taken the shine off. Okay, you don't want to see any of your nail. You don't want to file it down that much where you've taken it so far down you can see your natural nail. Okay, you also want to be really gentle with the free edge of your nail, this bit here, your free edge, okay, because obviously by filing that down too much, you're going to make the nail weak. Same goes as well for the bit that is outgrown, this bit here. You don't want to file or spend too much time filing on that particular area, because you'll also make that weak, and that's, you know, new nail effectively. That's the healthiest part of your nail at the moment. Okay, so in the same direction. Okay, so we're not really going for it, we're not making our nails weak or putting them under any unnecessary pressure there. Okay, so just nice and gently with your nail file. I've had a lot of people ask me about this and telling me, oh, that's the bit I've missed out when trying to do it myself. This is essentially one of the most important parts of removing the gel polish, okay, because it breaks down that barrier, it breaks down the product, and therefore it means that the acetone can really get in between the layers of the polish that you've applied, or that has been applied. Okay, so just working nicely, gently. Okay, we're not working too much on that free edge or on the fresh nail, outgrown nail. Taking away that shine as best you can. Again, don't worry too much if you've got little patches, like I've got some here. Okay, don't worry too much about that, because again, you don't want to wear down your nail too much. Especially if you've got some chipped bits at the top, you want to be careful with that. As you can see here, I've got a couple of chipped areas. I think these have been on far longer than maybe they should have. Okay, and that's a bare nail that you really want to be gentle with. Okay, because by filing it too much, that's where you start to weaken your nails, they start to break, and then you've got a whole other set of issues happening there. So I'm just very carefully, where it's outgrown, those edges, just doing one sweep at a time, as to not file away too much on that. Okay, so the next bit, once you've taken all the shine out of the varnish, you're going to want to use pure acetone. Now I say pure acetone because that's what really helps. Anything else, you're only weakening the acetone, and therefore it's going to take longer to wear down. Okay, so you're going to want just a bit of tissue. I've got some lint-free squares here, but just a bit of toilet paper, cotton wool, kitchen roll, anything that you can get that's going to be strong enough, okay, to use. You're going to wrap it around your finger, making sure that your nail is fully covered in the acetone. Okay, I use squares of foil. Okay, you're going to want to wrap that up. This can be a little bit tricky when doing it one-handed. Okay, so really making sure that the nail's completely covered in acetone and the foil itself. And I always try and bend it down to really secure it in. Okay, and that's what you're going to want to do with every single nail. Okay, and making like nice little foil-sized beds with the acetone for each of your nails. I'll show you that again. You're going to want a couple of pumps of pure acetone. I know sometimes some people find that quite hard to come by because not all chemists sell pure acetone. Obviously, if you don't have any pure acetone, that is fine. It just means that this particular part of the process is going to take a little bit longer. Okay, so again, making sure that your nail is covered. Wrap it in the foil. Okay, and by wrapping it in foil, what you're doing is that you're preserving the acetone and the heat. Okay, because it's the acetone and heat that really helps to break down that gel polish. All right, so I'm going to do that on all of the others. Cranberry Sensation hand cream to really keep my hands nice and moisturised. Okay guys, well that's it. That's an easy way of keeping your nails at bay during your appointments, especially during this isolation period. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, just The Beauty Tree. And I'll see you